I'm here with Will Gore, who is the writer of Face Gone. So Face Gone's a bit of an unusual title.
Yeah.
Tell us a wee bit about what's it about.
The play in general.
The play in general.
So the play is about so a young boy who's disfigured, hence the name Face Gone, who he wakes up on this one day and thinks that his superhero character, Mask Boy, is about to be confronted by his mortal enemies, the Golden Bullet and the Kid Bullet. And so the play basically tells his story of his day, and he goes to his granddad's house where he's being homeschooled and then heads out into the field to meet his enemies. And it just so happens that on this day there are two brothers from the next door village who have heard about this guy who wears a mask, who hasn't got a face, who they call Face Gone, and they set out to find him on a kind of mini countryside road trip. And they meet, and that's the play in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So you don't need to come watch it.
Yeah. Oh no, you can go that way. Where did you get the idea from?
So the idea was inspired by two short stories actually that I read by a South American writer called Juno Diaz. So it was taking ideas from his storyline and ideas that I had my interest in. Well, I'm not a kind of huge comic book fan, but I read comics a bit when I was a kid.
Yeah.
There was an American novel that was particularly kind of inspired me as well, about the history of the comic book, by a writer called Michael Chabon, which was quite influential in my ideas about kind of young kids and who like their need for heroes essentially.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of that's the main thrust of the play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And bring into that a lot of stuff about family and father figures and who kids can look up to.
Yeah. Aspirational.
And also about their imaginations as well.
Yeah. And is this your first time writing for the stage, or tell us a bit about your background?
I've written plays for the stage before that I've put on myself and with a theatre company that I was involved in down in Somerset in kind of around 2002, 2004 was kind of the span when I was doing that stuff.
Right.
But then I became a journalist because I needed to get a job.
That's funny.
Since then I've been a journalist, and about a year and a half ago I decided, 2 years ago, to get back into writing for the stage, and went part-time and started an MA in writing for performance at Goldsmiths, which I'm just finishing off. And then so this came from a small project I did for Goldsmiths. And so now I'm working on a full-length play for my MA and hoping to kind of go from there.
Do you find your journalistic writing has maybe influenced your stage writing?
It's definitely helped in terms of I tend to be able to write quite quickly, so that's definitely helped. And I don't know what I'm probably not the person to say, but I feel that I'm quite good at cutting stuff and not worrying about editing stuff. And, I think I write quite succinctly, and that's kind of come from
that kind of
being a journalist where you only have 300 words or whatever to tell your story.
And it's been directed by Sasha Kyle, who's directed a few shows for us before. How's that process? How do you find that?
It's been great. I mean, because I'm based in London, I've come to the end of the rehearsal, so I've just seen what they've done with it, which has been great. But it's been great. We kind of talked on the phone and email really, but she seemed to get it quite quickly and not have too many questions or issues. So that's cool. Like we had a few chats on the phone and did a few rewrites just for bits that didn't make sense. And now that's all sorted. So it's been really good actually, and I'm really pleased with how she's really taken the comic book stuff and pushed it in more than I probably would have if I was directing. I'm glad I wasn't. But it's been cool.
Brilliant. All right. Thank you very much.